Reporting from Defending Wisconsin Political Action Committee, www.defendingwisconsin.org. We start out this video with coverage of our good buddy Miles on the bicycle. He brought a bicycle into the Capitol. Figured I'd cover a little bit of that, and then we go over to Ed Schultz town hall meeting, where I've played, where I recorded some, and then my camera ran out of battery. I would have loved to have gotten some of the other senators. My apologies in advance, but unfortunately I could only get Senator Miller and Senator Taylor because then my camera had run out of battery. With that being said, though, a lot of people came up to me today at the town hall and they said, Jeremy, what do we do? What can I do? What can I do to help you? What can I do to help the movement? And with that, I decided to come up with an answer. And you know, this answer didn't really strike me until now. I realized at the Ed Schultz town hall that the people who are being looked to for information are not necessarily people who are there. And no, this isn't an attack on them. They're wonderful people. They do a wonderful job at what their job is. The problem is that their job is not to be there all day, every day. A fine example of this, John Nichols. John Nichols is a wonderful reporter. Without him, I don't know where we would be. Same with Ed Schultz. Without either of those people, I don't know where we would be. But the fact of the matter is, John Nichols' job isn't to be at the Capitol all day, every day, and so he's not there every day. And so with that being said, what we need to do is we need to talk to these people. John Nichols, talk to Ed Schultz, send an email their way, and tell them that you want regular correspondence with people who are actually there every day. And they can contact me for that. I'd love to be a correspondent on the ground, since I am there pretty much all day, every day at the Capitol. But if not me, I can give a list of 10 other people that are the same way. And so with that being said, we need a correspondent on the ground because the knowledge of what's going on is so much different for someone who's on the ground than someone who is from a distance and there every once in a while. We need them to continue to do what they're doing. We shouldn't ask John Nichols or Ed Schultz to come to Wisconsin more often. If they could, they would. We need them to continue to fulfill their role, but the fact of the matter is their role does not allow them to be as knowledgeable as the people on the ground. And so we need to thank them for what they're doing and ask them to correlate more with the people that are on the ground. Second, you can call and email daily the White House and ask that they send a federal elections inspector. You can call and email daily Eric Holder's office. Well, you can't email Eric Holder's office, but you can call Eric Holder's office. And you can call J.B. Van Hollen's office and ask him to resign. So with that being said, I'll let you watch the video, but I am asking people to please let these people know, because John Nichols and Ed Schultz may not necessarily know exactly who I am and what I do or who any of the other people are that are there every day. And so just make the introduction and ask that they correlate with them. Jeremy Ryan, Defending Wisconsin Political Action Committee, www.defendingwisconsin.org.
This is our buddy Miles riding his bicycle on the first floor of the Capitol. I can follow you. There we go. Just so everyone knows, we like to have fun around here. Oh, here he comes again. Guns Miles. Have a good one.
Wisconsin, and they have been now, gosh, it's a couple months now, isn't it? Look at, hey, I want to introduce you to my new friend. Yeah. Deserve it all. They absolutely deserve it all, and so do you. Wisconsin's a wonderful place. And you haven't let the country down. And you haven't let your neighbors down. You haven't let your friends down. You've set an example for the country, and we're going to keep on going. Said, you know what? I better put a line in the sand when it comes to Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. That's exactly what he did today. So with all this announcing that's going on, with all this hair blowing in the wind and people thinking they can be president, not my hair. My hair is okay.
Your hair looks great.
You know, if that ever happened, I don't think we'd have a hairspray budget, you know? But while all of that showmanship is going on, I think the campaign started today. The president is with you. The Democrats are together. We've done our negotiating. Their spouse and their kids and doing the math on what this means to them. And then they start thinking about what they can hang on to, what they've worked for all these years. You see, this is the divide in the country. This feeling at the kitchen table that middle-class Americans are feeling right now, there are too many with so much wealth that have been so greedy and played the political game to their advantage. They don't have those conversations. They don't have those feelings in their household of wondering about the electric bill, wondering about the health care bill, wondering about what's going to happen with the heating bill next week.
They don't care.
This is not an extreme commentary I'm giving you. There are too many, millions of Americans, not only in this part of the country, but all over America, who are now starting to think that they're getting the wrong end of the deal on this. That this isn't the America that they bargained for. And the concentration of wealth that has taken place over the last 20 years is now on steroids. It's now hurting people. And now, these folks who have got the wealth and the wind at their back are coming up with radical agendas with selfish politicians on the right who are willing to put themselves ahead of the people and enjoy the fruits of the land that were never intended. It was never intended to be that way. It was intended to stand up for the people. That's what it was all about.
Yeah.
You bet. Senator, give us a synopsis. Where are we right now? Speak to the country. How does this fight measure up at this point right now? The election has taken place. Obviously, there's hopefully going to be an investigation. But this was a big progressive night not long ago with the election in April here in Wisconsin. Give us the lay of the land.
Well, first of all, we're a half a block from my district. A lot of these people probably voted for me, and I thank you for that.
Has he done a good job for you?
We'll probably rendezvous over at the Harmony Bar later, you know. Where we are, Ed, is we made tremendous progress. 2 months ago, David Prosser was a shoo-in for the Supreme Court. And the time since then, people rose up and said no. And we have an election that was razor close from an incumbent that was almost defeated by somebody that nobody knew about. Yeah. So we have made huge progress.
Senator Lena Taylor with us here. Senator, how emotional has this been, you think, for the state?
This has been huge. We're talking about people's lives. We're talking about their livelihood. We're talking about individuals who are working every day and struggling just to be able to make a way for their family, that they've been asked to bear the entire burden of what's going on in this state, and frankly on their backs. After we gave $142 million in tax credits. It's shameful.
30% increases in tuition?
We're looking at that. We're looking at privatizing, you know, our flagship university. Reasons at the technical college piece, outside of just what they're doing for the university piece, that it's important is because our governor says he was about jobs. At technical colleges, that's where people get the training that they need. I even cut the training program for people to be able to get connected to employment. So education, right? They're even affecting our farmers with our land. But I'm going to leave that to the senator on the end because she was a farmer when she came.
Has there been a tax cut or a tax credit for the wealthiest Wisconsinites?
Oh, for sure. The first 8 bills we did when the governor after he got sworn in, $142 million in tax credit.
The first 8 bills. Give us one. Give us an example of what kind of a tax cut went to the wealthiest Wisconsinites.
You know, it's been so much that's happened since January. Remember a specific one off the top of my head.
What was it?
15% off the top of corporations.
15% off the...
In the negative.
Okay, come up here a second. You're saying that there was a... What's your name? Nice to have you. What was the cut that you remembered as a taxpayer?
15% off the top for all corporations. Our budget was balanced through June on the state workers' back furlough days to get it covered through June, and he came in and gave them a 15% off the top for corporations. That's where our deficit through June came from. That's right.
So it was balanced through June, and he came in and gave a 15% tax cut to the corporations, and that threw it out of whack. So he did a giveaway to get the state in trouble, and now they're coming for $1 billion worth of cuts for public education.